Hello, everybody, and it is that time of the week again. It's Live with Kristy, and it's what, Wicked Wednesday, Werewolf Wednesday, Live with Kristy Wednesday. Hello, everybody. How are you? Woo! I am doing good. I am in a great, fantastic mood today. Had a great weekend, like a really memorable weekend, which I will talk about. But hello, Cody. Hello, Captain Spaulding. Hello, David. You need coffee and ice cream? Woo! I could use some coffee. Hello, Fred. Hello, Ryan. How are you? Hello, Glenn the Baker. Vinyl chat. I like that. Hello, Pat. How are you? The Halloween movie collector. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I really appreciate it. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's been having a spooky day and have had a spooky weekend. I would like to give a big shout out really quick to Fred. Hello, Fred. It was so awesome to finally meet you this past weekend at the Jamboree. We follow each other on social media, and he's a great guy, and you have such a beautiful family. Oh my gosh, his family is just gorgeous. So it was awesome to finally meet you, and I hope you're having a great day. Who else is here? Hello, that horror couple. How are you? Hello, hello. Hello, Zombie Momsen. Hello, Elaine. How are you? Cody. Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun, Cody. Well, I hope you get it. Message me and tell me if you got it or not, which I'm sure you will. I want to work in a haunted house. I think that'd be fun. I like going to them. I like going through them, but I think it'd be fun to work in them too. Like I like both. I like scaring people. It's fun. Hello, Trico. Hello. Yes, it's October. Isn't October great? There's so many like really cool movies and TV shows coming out and have come out the past couple of days, which I'm going to talk a little bit about. So, I'm going to talk about this new movie, Totally Killer, that just came out, which was Totally Killer. It's a great movie. And then I'm going to talk about Exorcist the Believer. That's what we covered for the podcast. You can watch the podcast, watch me and Brian on Friday when we air that, and really listen to what me and Brian have to say about The Exorcist. There's going to be a little bit of spoilers if you haven't watched it, just because it's just going to be hard to like not say a few little things, to talk about it, to review it. So, I mean, at this point, I don't know, everybody's really shitting on the movie. Was it great? No, it wasn't. But I'm not going to it's not garbage, and I'm not going to crap on it or anything like that. It was just kind of mediocre for me. I really wasn't trying to expect too much going into watching The Exorcist, though. So, let me see what y'all saying really quick. Hello, John Morgan. How are you? Hello, Jeff. Thank you for coming in. Hello, Quentin. I do need to visit the Nightmare Realm. I would love to come to Ireland. Yep, new episode of Chucky. I'm going to talk about that, too. I'm going to definitely talk about the Chucky series. And I'm going to talk about American Horror Story, too. I'm not on Facebook, so I'm not sure if anybody, but I have not seen anybody talk about American Horror Story on Instagram or X, Twitter, whatever. So I don't know if anybody's watching it. I don't know. I think a lot of people have probably just kind of like bored with it nowadays, and it's not getting the views I think it got when it first came out. I'm not sure, but I just never seen anybody talk about it. So I'll talk about that too. But I'm excited for Chucky. And yes, Saw X was fantastic. Still right now, Saw X is like up here right now for movies this year for me. I can't get enough of Saw X. So let's talk about Exorcist really quick. Let's do that before I get into Totally Killer. Hello, Lester. But I did, yeah. Yes. Thank you very much. Trico Fullerton made a very good point. We had mentioned the TV series as well on the podcast, me and Brian. And yes, the TV series was fantastic. I highly recommend the TV series. They did a really good job with The Exorcist TV series. And I hated that they canceled it. I mean, why? It was scary. I can go ahead and I will say I did not think that The Exorcist Believer was scary whatsoever. But the TV series, though, did deliver on the scare factor, I thought. So, yeah, I totally agree with you. Totally agree. So, like I said, going into The Exorcist, I wasn't really expecting too much. Now, let's talk about that. Because, like, I'm not going to try to compare it to the original movie. You can't do that. We are never going to get that type of movie, that scare factor, everything that was in the original Exorcist. We're never going to get that again. We're never going to experience that again. It's just not, we're not going to get that feel of movie. A lot of the stuff they were doing with that was so risque for back then. I mean, she's, sticking a cross in places, and it's still kind of like, oh my God, even now. You didn't get any of that kind of stuff in this new movie. Nothing that was like, whoa, or surprising whatsoever. And I wish we could have gotten something like that in it. There was only a couple moments in the movie that I was like, oh, and that was it. Nothing scary, nothing too crazy. Although the makeup I thought was fantastic. The makeup, the special effects, and what gore and stuff was in it, I thought was executed very well. The girls did look scary. I just don't think the whole exorcism and all that was executed. It just wasn't. It wasn't scary. It wasn't a scary moment as to where the exorcism in the original is a scary moment. Even in part 3. Let's not talk about 2, but let's go to part 3, though. Even in that one, that shit's scary what they did with that. And not a lot of people talk about part 3. Very underrated. Very underrated. But what Brad Dourif, that is an amazing acting in what he did in part 3. Just saying. But yeah, like what the whole exorcism in this just wasn't scary for me. I liked the idea of having all the different religions come together and the different faiths come together and have somebody from different religions try to perform the exorcist all together instead of it just being like one Catholic priest. Okay. And that, again, and I mentioned this in the podcast, is what kind of ticked me off. The Catholic priest kind of wussed out and wasn't part of it there for a while. And then, of course, they bring him back into the end. I was just like, I was done with him. I can't believe he wussed out. And then what happened to him was one of my, moments that I did have in the movie. But, yeah. The other moment that we talked about that kind of scared us was there's a snake in there, and it kind of was a little jump scare with a snake. That was a good little jump scare. I think we all jumped at that one. What are y'all saying? Hold on. Blame it on the I can't. Hello. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm just reading what everybody's saying. The messages, don't keep scrolling. I wish they kept scrolling, so I have to, kind of keep up with it. I'm so sorry. I like Repossessed, the Exorcist spoof. Now, that was funny. Well, thank you very much, Spirit Halloween and Chuck E. Cheese fans. Oh, that's fun. I like that name. I really like that name. Anyway, so going back to the movie, I did like the idea of the two girls. Their acting was great. The two girls were phenomenal. All the acting in it was really good. I don't have any complaints with that. And I was really liking the movie as far as the first half of the movie, like the build up of the movie, the story of the movie. I was like intrigued, you know. But it just fell a little flat for me after that. It just kind of got a little boring. It just wasn't, like I said, it just wasn't scary. You know, what was supposed to be scary just wasn't scary to me. So I don't know. I guess that's really all I really have to say about the movie, because I want y'all to go watch the podcast. And me and Brian get into a little more depth on our review, but I gave it a 5. I don't know. It was a little mediocre. So I don't know. What did y'all think? 'Cause I know a lot of people, everybody that has messaged me about it, everybody said they either just like I said, just thought it was kind of mediocre, or some people just didn't like it. I don't think anybody has messaged me and said that they just loved it yet. So I don't know. Did you like it? I mean, what y'all think? The girls were great and the snake scene was scary. Yes. Yes. Yes, the dad was amazing. And I liked that little story with that. And, you know, and Jennifer Nettles, country singer. She's in this. And she did a great job. I liked her in this, actually. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. I don't listen to country music, but I really liked her in this. Why, hello, Eric Andrew. Yes, you did. Hello, how are you? I'm glad you liked the store. Thank you very much. Too slow at the beginning. Okay, so Pro Wrestler, he says he thought it was too slow. It was a little slow. I do agree with that. But I kind of was, even, because I was thinking that to myself, okay, this is a little slow, but I'm liking the story, so I'm getting intrigued in it. So yeah, I agree with that, but I was still kind of intrigued in what was going on. And then again, like once the exorcism happens and everything starts happening, it just kind of fell short. Another thing that bothered me was, okay, so Ellen Burstyn, we all know that she's in this, right? So that's a good tie-in, which is fine. I'm good with that. And I was excited for her to be in it. But I didn't like how they used her, though. Like, I was liking her and her story and her background and all that. And then something happens. I'm not going to spoil that. But something happens to where she has to stay in a hospital. And I don't know if they were just doing that just to put another gore factor in the movie or what. But for her to be stuck in the hospital the rest of the time, that's not what I wanted. And I was like, that kind of was a letdown for me, because I kind of wanted her to be a part of the exorcism, like be there and be like a consultant maybe or something, and like be a part of it throughout the movie. So that I didn't like. Yeah. Mr. Green was doing it. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh, yes. Yeah, I know. Exorcist 3 is freaking amazing. Michael. Well, this is true. Sorry. Hello, Michael Myers. How are you? Yeah. So, I mean, I guess they're going to make 2 more of these or whatever. I mean, what are y'all's thoughts on that? I mean, do we need it? Even though we know the ending. So, I guess I didn't pay attention to all the news about the movie, and I didn't know that who appears at the very end of the movie is going to appear. I didn't realize that. I guess I probably should have thought that anyway while watching the movie. But anyway, so that was a little surprise for me. I was like, oh, okay. So, do you think that there's going to be, I mean, I know they said there's going to be a couple other ones, but do you think that there needs to be after this? Or should we just leave it alone? Or what are your thoughts on having 2 more movies? And should Ellen and Linda be a part of the other movies as well to tie it in, or no? That's what I want. The Exorcist ends. That's funny. Oh, thanks for that chuckle. Hello, Dan. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. Wait till the DVD comes out. Okay. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, if I would give y'all some advice and you haven't watched it yet, I would say, and you're not like so gung-ho on watching it, I would say save your money. Just wait until you can watch it when it's streaming for free and then make your assessment. That's what I say. Yeah. Pazuzu dies tonight. Y'all, I'm loving that. Y'all stop. Oh my God. Oh, y'all are killing me. Okay, so since we're going to talk about Halloween just for 2 seconds. So the way they put Ellen Barsten in the hospital in this, which was totally like, why did you do that? Use her, I felt that way with having Jamie Lee in the hospital like most of the time in Halloween Kills. I was just like, what? So, yeah. Anyway. Hello, Chris. How are you? Okay, so Davey. Hello, Davey. How are you? He says possession movies don't do it for him, but at the same time, he's a massive Evil Dead fan. Well, that's a good point, and I'm glad you mentioned Evil Dead because I do believe, I know there's other people out there that did not like Evil Dead Rise, but Evil Dead Rise was somewhat scary to me, and I didn't get that scare factor with this movie. So if you have seen Evil Dead Rise, if that's a comparison, I didn't get scared whatsoever with this, but I did a little, there was more scary moments in Evil Dead Rise. I thought that was a scarier movie. So just for a comparison. Both by David Gordon Green. Yeah. Right. Is Linda Blair in the movie? Well, I mean, kinda, yeah. Okay. So let's talk about a movie that I think is completely fantastic. Everybody kept telling me all week, watch this movie. That horror couple, Rob and Kaylee, they told me to watch it because they were here all weekend for all the signings that we had for the Joe Bob Jamboree, which I'm going to talk about too. Totally killer. So good. I freaking loved it. I'm going to give it like an 8, 9. I had so much fun with Totally Killer, and I totally recommend it. But that just came out on Amazon Prime, if you don't know. Brand new movie. It's like a comedy horror type movie. A kind of slasher type thing. Well, it is a slasher movie. About an hour and 46 minutes long, and it is rated R. And I absolutely love this movie. I want to own it like right now. And I would watch this again. And I really haven't said that about too many movies this year that, I want to watch this again. There's been a few, there's been a handful, and this is one of them. I had so much fun with it because the initial movie, the initial story of the movie is set on Halloween Day. But the rest of the movie, the whole backstory, which is actually most of the movie though, is set October in 87. Oh, my picture went away. There we go. It's set in October, like towards the end of October in 1987. So this movie is basically a Back to the Future slasher movie. And they reference Back to the Future in this movie a lot. So yes, it's really Back to the Future. And the killer is the Sweet 16 killer, because he kills the girls they're 16, and he stabs them 16 times. So he's called the Sweet 16 Killer. And your backstory happens in 87 when 3 girls who are 16, 3 friends, are killed. And then he goes on a killing spree, and other people die, and like days later, kind of a thing. So it's like a little killing spree this guy goes on. So then you see that you get the whole little backstory on him and on that. I don't want to go real deep into this movie because I really want y'all to watch this. Okay. I would spend money on this movie and not The Exorcist. Let's just say that. I said it. Okay, there you go. Just a comparison. That's how much I really love this movie. But anyway, so you get 2 friends in present day, and you have the mom, Julie Bowen. We know her from Modern Family. And her dad, I can't think of what his name is, but he is in Scary Movie. Oh, what's his name? Hold on. I cannot think of his name because y'all know who I'm talking about. He's in a lot of movies that I know a lot of us watch. Here we go. What's his name? Lachlan Monroe. So y'all know him from Freddy vs. Jason, White Chicks, Scary Movie, and Night at the Roxbury. So he plays her dad. So that's awesome to see them. So her friend is like a science nerd, and she builds a photo booth for the science fair, but it's a time machine. And someone is kind of going around being a copycat murderer in present time. And the slasher, who looks just like the Sweet 16 slasher, is going after her. And she's in the time machine, and he stabs it, and whoop, she's back in 1987 now. So now she wants to get there to... Her mom passes away at the beginning of the movie, so she wants to get there and make it to where she can stop the murders. Because, like I said, there's a copycat killer, and he murders her mother and is trying to kill her now. So she wants to go back to 87 to try to stop the killer, to stop the murders, and to stop the killing. And then maybe her mom, won't die. So it kind of plays out a lot like Back to the Future. Oh God, it's so much fun. What did I write down here? Let's see. And then there's like an amusement park. So they're in what is called what do they call that? The quantum drop, I think is what they call it. The quantum drop, but I think it was called something else when I was a kid. It's the Gravitron, I think is what it was called when I was a kid at the amusement park. So they use a Gravitron in the amusement park to try to get back to present day. So there's no car. It's a photo booth and a Gravitron in the amusement park. Everything is so 80s. And then she finds out that her mom is actually friends with the 3 girls that had died back in 1987. They're in a little clique group called the Mollies. And they're called the Mollies because they love Molly Ringwald. And so they all dress up as a different Molly Ringwald character in her movies. They're all dressed up in different outfits. And she finds out that her mom is like really stuck up and she's a bitch and she's part of this clique group. She never knew that because her mom is like real goody two-shoes now. So she just goes back and she's got to, like I said, try to stop the killer. And I don't want to give anything else up. But it's such a fun slasher movie. Absolutely loved it. Loved the acting. The acting was great. The only thing I had to say, like when they're in the 80s, though, everybody needed bigger hair. There wasn't enough big hair. Not enough big hair. But other than that, it was so good. 80s music playing. And then it's kind of funny that she's a teenager in 2023 and she goes back to 87, and things are very different back in 87. You know, we've kind of changed some of those things that were the way people talk, the way people interact with each other, things that might be considered racist now, but really weren't back then. It just wasn't back then. Things were just different back then. So it's kind of funny how she, throughout the movie, is like correcting everybody in the 80s on what they're saying to each other or what they're doing or whatever it is that you just don't say or do now. So that kind of happens throughout the movie too, who are kind of correcting everybody, and that I just thought that was kind of funny. That was cute. All right, what do y'all say? Let me think. Let's see. You think of Modern Family. That's funny. Am I going to watch Terrifier 2 on the big screen? No, probably not. I don't know. No. Yes, please, Dan. Please, everybody put this on your watch list. I'm telling y'all. The Year of RoboCop. Yep. Well, they mentioned RoboCop. They actually watch RoboCop in the movie, so that's funny that you said that. They actually are watching RoboCop in the movie. So if you love 80s, you love a slasher, you love Back to the Future, you're going to really love this movie. Like I said, I give it like an 8, 8.5, 9. I don't know. I can't decide, but it's so good. So I highly recommend it. All right. So let's talk about Chucky for a minute. I cannot wait to watch Chucky when I go home. Here it starts at about 6 o'clock, so it starts pretty early here on the West Coast. But so did everybody like the first episode? Brian said he didn't really care for the first episode. I liked it. I'm intrigued. I think it might be kind of interesting in the White House. But if you didn't know, Chucky did start airing last week. It is season 3. Episode 1 was aired last week. They air it every Wednesday on either Sci-Fi or USA, or you can watch it the next day on Peacock. So you got plenty of places to watch it, but really not much more to really say. Again, since it's only one episode so far, but I'm loving it so far. I love Chucky, and like I said, I think it's going to be interesting in the White House. So we'll see how it goes. There was already one really gruesome scene in the first episode already. Something with a gun. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't watched it, but yeah, so I was like, whoa, okay, already. It's already happening, but I'm very intrigued, so I'm excited for it. Hello, Jeremy. Hello, Terry. Yes, and we're only getting 4 episodes airing because of the actors strike, and then we'll get another 4 episodes later. So yes, thank you for that's a good point. Thank you for that. VHS 85. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm not probably going to watch that. I'm not really interested in that particular movie. I'm not really a found footage person. And I have watched like the first one or whatever, but it's just not something that interests me. So I'm not sure if I'll watch that one. There's plenty of other stuff that's out right now that's new or coming out here shortly that I'm really, really interested in. I think the next movie I'll watch and review next week will be the Pet Sematary movie, because I haven't watched that yet. So I'll definitely watch that and review that one next week. And what else is coming out? Like Goosebumps or something? I'll find. There was another like new zombie movie or something on Hulu I seen. I think I might try to watch that. I can't remember what it was called, but it was zombie something. I can't remember, but it looked interesting, so I might try to watch that. Let's see. Night of the Demons Ultra 4K. I have the first Night of the Demons that Shout Factory came out with when it came out in the steelbook with the big poster and stuff and the figure. All right, so American Horror Story. Again, like I said, no one's talking about American Horror Story. I haven't seen anybody post about it or anything. So are any of y'all watching it at all? I'm still like intrigued with the show. It's something to watch. It does air on Wednesdays on FX and also streams on Hulu. So now my Wednesdays are interesting because I watch Chucky at 6 and then American Horror Story at 7. So back to back. So it already aired 3 episodes of it. It's called Delicate. Of course, it has Emma Roberts in it. She's pretty much one of the only actresses to still be doing American Horror Story that are from all the other original American Horror Stories. I'm not really sure what to think about it yet. It's getting intriguing. It's about fertility and birthing and all that. And somewhere in there is spiders. I'm just not sure what that's about yet. But I am intrigued, and I love Emma Roberts, so I'll watch it. I really like everything that she does. So, and that's really all I can say about it right yet. Again, because you know how American Horror Story goes. It's so wishy-washy on each episode because you never exactly know what's going on until you get to like episode 8. And then it's like everything starts revealing itself. And then it's like, oh shit, okay. So I'm not sure what to really think about it. I'm just intrigued still. I really like Emma Roberts, so. You're still in the last season. Oh, okay. So is any of y'all else watching it? I know Zachary said he's still in the last season of American Horror Story. And then I know, she was in Coven in 1984. I liked both of those. I thought both of those are really good. And then I know American Horror Stories is doing a whole 4-episode Halloween thing. And that airs on Hulu. But that's a little bit later in the month. But that's going to be interesting. I had kind of watched that. That's kind of fun. So we'll see what they do for Halloween. And that's really all I've watched since we were busy this past week with Joe Bob's Jamboree. So let's talk about that for a moment. That was so much fun. Sorry. Sorry. So yeah, I didn't get to watch a whole lot of things because like I said, we had Joe Bob's Jamboree this past weekend here in Las Vegas. And we had signings on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Everything went really well. Thank you very much for everybody who came out to the signings and who came out to the Jamboree. And I just hope everybody had fun here at the store and the restaurant. I know everybody did. Everybody's messaging me and saying they had a great time at the store and the restaurant. So thank you very much for coming in. But again, so Friday we had Joe Bob and Darcy here. Great turnout. Super, 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 super busy. I sat and talked to Darcy for a little while. We were waiting on Joe Bob to get here and talked with her for a little while back here, and she looked fantastic. I don't know how she wore all that outfit and the boots and makeup. She wore that all day here, all day and all night at the Jamboree. So kudos to her. She looked fantastic, though. But it was a great time. Like I said, it was really busy. Everybody got an autograph and got pictures with Joe Bob. And it was just a really awesome moment. I know for me, being a fan, and I went up to him and I told him that. And I was like, I've watched you ever since Monster Vision. And I was like 10, 11. And like, you've really been a part of my horror life. My whole life. So yeah, thanks, and I was like, I could listen to you talk all day long. And I told Darcy that too, that I love just listening to them talk. It's really not always about the movies, because some of the movies I've seen a million times, or I own a lot of them already, and I can watch them whenever I want to. I just like listening to them talk. It's just, they're just fun. They're fun together. And then Joe Bob is just really interesting. He has so much knowledge, and he can talk your ear off too. So I just like listening to them talk. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that horror couple got to come. So thank you very much. Yes. Ryan got to come too. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Hello, Christopher. How are you? I just get a little teary-eyed thinking about that, about having Joe Bob in the store. That was just crazy. It was just really a moment. I know that. And then after that, then we went over to the Jamboree, and we had a little small table set up at the Jamboree underneath the little vendor table tent. And we just sold some shirts and stuff, and I had some pictures, and we had some Valentine Bluffs Blu-rays and DVDs, and that's all we really sold. And yeah, that was great. That was fun. Let's see. And then it was Saturday night. My days and nights are running together right now. And then Saturday we had Bunny and Blade, the AEW wrestlers. Also really huge horror fans. They were like so nice. They were the funnest couple, just super nice couple. And we had a great turnout for that. That was a ton of fun. And then that night at the Jamboree, another moment that was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. When Joe Bob was interviewing Roger Corman, that was amazing in itself. And then Bruce Dern comes as well, and that was a big surprise. And a lot of people didn't know Bruce Dern was coming. And to sit there and listen to Roger Corman and Bruce Dern sitting next to each other, talking about movies, and Joe Bob interviewing them, who is just amazing in his own right. It was just like, what's happening? Oh, I'm going to cry. Oh, it was so awesome. It was like the best moment just being a horror fan. Like, not even like just being a store owner. Being a horror fan, that was like the best moment ever. I don't know why I get so emotional. Why do I do this, Philip? Philip's behind the counter. Philip's behind the desk. Yeah, Roger Corman was 90-something years old. I think 94, I think they said, 94. And his daughter Julie was there too. I mean, it was just, to always watch Joe Bob and to sit and be in the Jamboree in Las Vegas, and then to listen to Roger Corman and Bruce Dern talk, it was just like the most amazing moment ever. I swear to you, it was crazy. And I just keep crying, and I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know why I'm so emotional about it. It's just really weird. But I looked at Brian, and I was like, Brian, is this just not crazy in hell that we're just sitting here and this is happening right now? And he's like, yeah. Oh, gosh, y'all. They were so sweet. Yes. Ugh. Hold on. Y'all are like, why is she crying all the time? I don't know. I guess maybe this is just what you do when you get older. I don't know, y'all. But I still had to pinch myself every day and be like, I can't believe this is happening half the time. So I'm a fan just like everybody else. Oh, I'm a mess now. I'm so sorry. Now I'm a mess. But anyway, so Judy Aronson and Jill Sholin, who I got this shirt from Jill. I don't know if y'all are Phantom of the Opera fans, but I got this shirt from Jill and an autograph from Jill. That was another amazing moment. Jill was someone that I was very excited to meet because I hadn't met her yet, and I love her movies. So, I got to talk to her for a little while and tell her how much she meant to me, and got that autograph and got this shirt from her. So that was an amazing moment for me as well. And then so Judy and Jill, Felissa, Ginger, Ian, they were all underneath the tent, and it was so much fun, especially like Ginger and Felissa were right next to each other. So I don't have to say anything, right? Y'all know how that goes. It was so much fun. I love them. But I talked to all of them all weekend. Everybody was lovely. We all had a fun time. Hello, Nicole Vegas. How are you? Oh, will Nightmare Toys do the Mask Mondays or no? Oh, hi. Hi, Richie Bean. Hello. No, we're not doing Mask Mondays anymore. I'm so sorry. Dylan Shelly Moth, he doesn't work for us anymore, and he was doing our Mask Monday videos for us. He's the mask guy. He knows it all about masks. So none of us are very knowledgeable on masks, the rest of us. So we're not doing the Mask Monday videos anymore. I'm so sorry, but I'm glad you enjoyed them. Maybe we can come up with something else to do. But if you did want to follow Dylan or Shelly, you can follow him at Moths Masks on Instagram. Or did he change his Instagram? Is it still Moths Masks? Yeah. Okay. Jill is the sweetest. I know. I'm so sorry, Reachy Bean. I know. I'm not a mask person, otherwise I'd do it. I used to do all the mask stuff. It was only me doing all the stuff before, but I really didn't never know what to say about masks because I wasn't very knowledgeable on that. I'm more knowledgeable on movies themselves than the masks. I know, and Dylan is awesome, and he is awesome, and he moved on to go, to move on with his career. He's working with Justin Mabry now, so kudos for him. All right. Yes, and then just Chris Jericho and Fozzy were there too. Yes, I was just about to talk about that because that happened on Sunday. Chris Jericho was there. And again, I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but I do know who Chris Jericho is, of course. And I knew he had a band, but I never listened to it before. They were freaking awesome. That was a really good concert. That was tons of fun. And he had different visuals on the screens to go with each song. And that was really cool to watch. And yeah, that was super fun. Super fun concert. So that was nice. And then it was the Sleepaway Camp movies were on after that. They did 1, 2, 3, and 4, and all the Sleepaway Camp people were there and all that. So yeah, it's a big Sleepaway Camp night. And we had Felissa and Dave here on Sunday, which was another great turnout. Just super busy all weekend for the store and restaurant, and that was another great turnout. I love having them here. They're so much fun. And then they had to go do a bunch of Sleepaway Camp. What? Yep. Yep, I'm going to mention that too. And then also, as we were having our signings this whole weekend, you never know who's going to come in to the restaurant or the store, right? Brett Wagner walked in, who played Leatherface. He walked in and said hi to everybody on Friday and Saturday. He came in. And then, oh my gosh. Hold on. Because I don't want to get any names wrong. She's super cute, super sweet too. She lives here. There we go. Leah. Right? Leah. Yes, from Terrifier 2. Yeah, because she was in here with Nicole. Yeah, Leah. Sorry. I'm so bad with names. I'm the worst with names. Okay, so Leah, who was the Clown Cafe host in Terrifier 2, she lives here in Vegas, and she came in as well. So she was in here walking around at the store, and she went over and ate at the restaurant too. So yeah, you get her from Terrifier 2, you got Leatherface coming in, we've got people from Sleepaway Camp, we've got wrestlers, we've got Joe Bob and Darcy, Nicole Vegas, you're in here. I'm so bad with names, y'all. I'm sorry. Doofy, yes. Drew Marvick even walked in. So, hey, he was here. So, yeah, it was a great time. So much fun. And I don't know who else was in here that I missed. Ain't no telling. Oh, yeah. Chad was in here. Yeah, Chad was supposed to do a signing on Thursday, but That ended up not happening because his plane came in, it was delayed. So that ended up not happening. But he did come in later that night, and went over, we took him over to the restaurant. Chad Lindbergh, he was in Fast and Furious. He played Jesse. He was super cool. We did get some autographs from him and all that though too. He did hang out for a while. So he was in here. I know, it was always fun seeing Drew. Yeah, Fozzie was really good, y'all. Yep, he went from talking about Justin's masks to making them. I know. Yeah, I'm proud. I'm super proud for Dylan. He's doing what he wants to be doing, so that's great. And thank you, Ryan, and that horror couple, Rob and Kaylee. Thank you, the three of y'all, for always supporting, and they are always here too. So you can come in and see the Nightmare Groupie and that horror couple. They're always here at all the signings we have. So I expect to see y'all at Serena Vincent signing coming up on the 21st. You can get that poster sign. That's a Wrap, which was another really cool movie. I highly recommend That's a Wrap and Totally Killer if you want to watch some movies. And That's a Wrap is on Tubi. And those are all free. So watch those. Yeah, he was also in Supernatural. Yes, good point, Jeff. Thank you very much. So, yes, the 21st, we're going to have Serena Vincent. So can't wait for that. And then, of course, on the 28th is our Halloween party from 12 to 5. Yay. And we're all going to be dressed up. We're going to have cookies and candy, snacks, drinks. We'll play Halloween movies. Jeremy the Balloon Guy will be here as well, doing his famous balloons all day. That'd be fun. And then Kat Cressida, she will be here. She is a Disney aficionado. She's a voice actor for Disney, and she's done tons of different movies, TV shows, and video games as well. And she will be here for the Halloween party doing a signing. And then she'll have her special Disney event. We will have after hours from 7 to 9. You can purchase a ticket for that because it's just going to be a very limited amount of people for her special Disney event. So we will have that on that Saturday night. And then on Sunday, if you can't come on Saturday, she will be back signing again on Sunday the 29th as well. And then we'll have a Halloween sale going on that whole time too, all the way up to Halloween. And don't forget, this Friday the 13th, yes, it's Friday the 13th this week, we will have a sale in store and online for 24 hours. So if there's something you're wanting to get, a good time to get it is on Friday with our Friday 13th sale. Whew, that was a lot to say. Okay, Monster Skull Studios is Dylan's new Instagram name. I hope everybody caught that. Serena Vincent, yes, cannot wait for that. That's going to be so much fun. You Power Ranger fans, I better see ya. Okay, so Joe Bob's Jamboree was a success. It was tons of fun. The signings were a success. Tons of fun. Thank you, everybody. I had a great time. Oh, I didn't even mention this, and I haven't posted it yet either. Okay, so let's see. Saturday night, there was a little snafu with the vending tables, and we were getting there a little late because we had the signings to do, and then we would get there a little later than everybody else that was vending. So our spot was kind of taken, so they had to put us in a different spot than where we were on Friday, which was fine. It ended up working out fantastic because oh my God. So Charles Band was filming a movie with Felissa and everybody else throughout the entire weekend. Okay, at the Jamboree, with the Jamboree being in the movie. I'm not sure on all the storyline and the logistics of the movie, but he was there all weekend filming a movie. Anyway, he comes to the vendor tent and films right in front of us. So, we get to be in the movie. Yay! I'm in a Charles Band movie. Do you know how exciting that was? To have Charles Band talking to me and directing us? Oh my God, it was so cool. So I have a little video from it. Thank you to, oh my God, what is your name? Hold on, I want to give credit where credit's due. Hold on. Thank you to the other vendor. Dre of the Dead. Dre of the Dead is the Instagram name. Thank you to her. She did a little video of this happening. So, and I will post it. I have not done that yet, but I will post the video because it's so funny. So, like, initially, I think, like, Felissa takes over the jamboree or something, or takes over this event. And so we're sitting there at the table, right? And there's I'm not sure why she's yelling at this guy. So there's a guy standing there. So he is wearing my Nightmare Kristy t-shirt. So that's in the movie. He's wearing my Nightmare Kristy t-shirt. He's holding a Valentine Bluffs DVD. And Felissa comes in and like screams at him, and then she turns, because we're all watching this and we're like, you know, watching her yell. And so then she turns to us, screams at us, and then like Brian like looks down and I look away like, oh my God, I roll my eyes kind of a thing. Liz, she gets to say bitch, calls her a bitch as she walks by because she's being a bitch. So yeah, I'm not sure what the movie is going to be called or anything. But yeah, we're going to be in it. Yay. That was so much fun. I couldn't believe that. I was sitting there like, oh my God, am I getting directed by Charles Band? He's like, okay, y'all do this, and then you do that, and da-da-da. Oh, okay. So that was a really fun horror fan moment. But I will post the little video, so that was fun. And then getting yelled at by Felissa, that's always fun. So that happened too this past week, and that was an awesome moment. Okay, so let's talk about what we have on the table really quick. And then it's going to be time to go. I'm going to have to get out of here soon so I can go watch Chucky. It takes like an hour to drive home. So, Philip has painted some of the walls now back in our shirt room. So if you have seen our shirt room or been in the store, you'll know what I'm talking about. We are actually going to be redoing the shirt room, kind of revamping it up, giving it a black paint and doing some decor and doing some more fun things back there, just kind of revamping it up a little bit. So anyway, so we now have this really nice wall of autographs. We have tons of autographs we are now selling in these 8x10 frames. And they are also online too. You can just search autographs and everything should pop up. They're all JSA certified, which is what this little sticker means, and you'll get your little card to go with it too. We just have tons of different types of autographs, like this Killer Clowns one, and they're all kind of different prices too, just depending on the autographs. And then Jonathan Breck. Let me show you this one if I can pick it up. We also have the Nun. But we have a lot with so many different actors and stuff from so many different movies of autographs if you're just wanting one of those for your collection. If you don't have time to go to a convention or a store signing, but you're needing some autographs in your collection, here you are. We got you covered. And we will bubble wrap and all that, you know, if you are ordering online. But they're available in store and online. So like this Bonnie Aaron's one is like $74.99. So, but like I said, they're different prices just depending on the autographs and stuff. So we do have those available. And then for the Chucky fans, since Chucky is tonight, this is literally the brand new Chucky figure from Mezco. It's a little five points figure. So it is small, but it comes with a lot of stuff though. I can turn it around. I don't know. Philip, can you do I don't know if you can get a close-up on that or not. Just trying to show everybody the accessories, because it does come with a lot of heads and a lot of accessories. No? Okay. All right, well, it's hard to see, but you do get 5 different arms. One of the arms being the knife hand. You do get another body to switch out the middle part. And then you get 4 heads total and 5 weapons total. You get the axe, a gun, the dagger, knife, and the ruler. So that's really cool. Yeah, the Chucky 5 Points Deluxe figure set by Mezco. So you can look that up online. We have it available in store and online. We have quite a few of these. It is, I believe, $45 for it, but it's totally worth it. So that is fun. I'm going to take one of those home. I'm probably going to take it out of the box and play with it. I don't know. Set it up on my Chucky shelf. Because you can't really see it in the box. You got to take it out, y'all. Or buy 2 if you have to have one in the box. That's really cool, though. I like that. So that's brand new. We literally just got that in yesterday. All right. What are y'all saying? Hello. You can, yep, the shirts. Most of all the shirts are online, and yeah, we'll have the sale on Friday. So you can can this be on sale? This can be on sale, right? Okay, because I know some of their stuff you can't put on sale, but this can be on sale on Friday. Thank you, Dan. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Killer Clown's video game is coming. Hello, Jessica. How are you? Sorry, it doesn't like scroll. I have to scroll it myself. So I got to keep up with the messages. Hey, no filter. You have no filter, do you? Can you imagine? No, let's not imagine. All right, guys. Well, I have talked y'all's ear off enough for almost an hour now. So I highly recommend Totally Killer. Please go watch that movie. It was so much fun. And then, of course, the Chucky TV series comes on tonight. So does American Horror Story. You still got The Exorcist to go watch in the movie theater, or, just wait for it to stream if that's what you want to do. You can find all these products online and in store. Don't forget, we will have our Friday the 13th sale this Friday. And don't forget to follow Nightmare Toys on all social media. We're everywhere. We are on TikTok. Make sure you're following everything on the YouTube. Subscribe. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything. What else? What are we on? Snapchat. Is that it? Are there more that I don't know about? Facebook, yeah, everything. So Nightmare Toys is on everything. Please go follow us on everything. And then you can follow me on Instagram and X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, under Nightmare Kristy. And don't forget that I have my other pages too. I have my OnlyFans, Loyal Fans, and Fansly. Yes, I have a Fansly as well. People have been asking me about that. I also have a website. You can go to my link tree on my Instagram or my Twitter, and you hit the link tree, and it brings you to all of my sites. But if you're not wanting to join the other subscription sites, I know they're being tricky lately. I do have my website as well. You can join that. $20 will get you access to everything. If you don't want to do that, then you can just pay for each video or picture set or whatever, and you can just pay for each thing if you didn't want to just join for the month for the $20. So you have options. I also have Cash App if you want to buy content. Just telling everybody the options out there. So all right, guys, I will see y'all next week. I do want to say we will not be doing the podcast, the Nightmare podcast, for the next 2 weeks. We will come back in November for Five Nights at Freddy. We will review Five Nights at Freddy, and my daughter will be on the podcast and my live show that week. She plays the game, so she can be a true critic to the movie, so she'll be on with us. But I will be continuing my live show every week. Just taking a couple week break from the podcast itself. But I will be here next week. And I will get to watching Pet Sematary and some of the other new shows and movies that are coming out, and I will review them. And if y'all have any suggestions on anything you guys want me to review, please just message me. Y'all can message me anytime. I answer all of my messages. Give me any suggestions, okay? All right, guys. Well, I will see y'all next week, and I hope y'all have a spooky evening. Bye.